Good morning, students. Today I am going to explain about the retained earning. It is a part of business finance and it is also comes under the owners fund capital. As I told you earlier, there are two types of capital is present. One is owner fund capital and another one is borrowed fund capital. So whenever we are going to discuss about the retained earning, then we should know that it comes under the owner fund capital because it is invested by the people in a business for a long period of time, or it is also considered as an accumulated profit which can be utilized by the company to do the further activities of the business. So that we can say retained earning is a part of income which cannot be distributed among the people, but it can be retained by the company for doing the diversification and expansion activities of the business. That is why retained earning plays an important role for the development of the company, and it is an important part of business finance. So some of the features of retained earning are there. The first one is cost of financing. As I told you people, it is a part of ownership capital, so there is no cost of financing will take place because it is readily available in the organization and the management can utilize it whenever they desire. So no any type of cost of financing will take place and the company can use it whenever the company is going to take any type of diversification activity, whenever the company is going to take any type of expansion activity, they can easily use the retained earning over there without investing any other amount. The another one is cost of financing, cost of flotation cost. Flotation cost means flotation cost is a type of cost which can be issued over the issuing of securities in the capital market as well as in the money market. So as I told you people, the retained earning is readily available money in the organization, so there is no need to issue any other type of payment to get financial support. That is why we can say no flotation cost take place in the case of retained earning. The company can easily use it without paying any interest, without paying any commission to others. That is why no flotation cost take place in the case of retained earning. The another one is control. If the company is going to issue the retained earnings, so no any type of control will be disturbed because the control will be lies in the hand of the existing shareholders only, and no any other person will take part in the business activities. So control will be same as earlier. The people hold the activities of the organization, so that we can say no distribution of control will take place in the case of retained earning. All the control will be lies in the hand of the existing shareholders only. The another one is legal formalities. In legal formalities we can say retained earning do not require any other legal formality because it is a part of ownership fund and the businessman can issue the securities whenever he desires without following any type of legal responsibility or legal formality to start it. Generally we can say legal formalities are required in the case of equity share and preference share, but no more legal formalities are required in the case of retained earning. So students, these are the features of retained earning, in which the first one is cost of financing. No cost of financing will take place. Flotation cost, no extra cost will take place if the company is going to issue the retained earning. No control will be distributed among the people who are going to invest in their money in the retained earning because the control will lie in the hand of the shareholders only. Legal formalities, no legal formalities are required in the case of retained earning. The equity share and preference share required only the control, only the legal formalities. So we can say no legal formalities are required. So these are the features. Now come to the merits of retained earning. The first one is cheaper source of finance. It is the cheapest source of finance because no any type of advertisement, no any type of flotation, no any type of cost of financing take place over the issuing of retained earning. That is why we can say retained earning is a cheaper source of finance which can be utilized by the company whenever the company face difficulties, whenever the company face lack of finance to perform their business activities. In that particular situation, the company can use the retained earning to perform the different financial activities in the organization. The another one is financial stability. So we can say financial stability is also created by the retained earning in the organization because it removes the gap between availability of fund and requirement of fund. It always focus over the availability of fund in the organization as per the need. So that we can say retained earning is an important source which always focus over the stability of fund in the organization to perform all the financial activities in a smooth way. Because if the company faces the shortage of fund, then ultimately the financial problems will take place, so that the company has to remove all type of financial problems with the help of retained earning and create the systematic or smooth flow of financial activities in the organization. The another one is stable dividend. As I told you earlier, stable dividend is present for the preference shareholders and other sources, through that the businessmen get the financial support. But sometimes retained earning holder also get stable dividend from the management, but it is not applied in all the conditions. It is applied in a very specific condition in which the retained earning holders also want the dividend in the form of pension, in the form of salary, but their money will be invested in the company for a long period of time. That is why they are also known as the preference shareholders. The another one is market value. So students, the market value also increased by the management by using the retained earning, because if a company is going to issue their securities again and again in the capital market, then it will represent the negative impact of the company in the mind of the investors, because the investors thought that the company always face shortage of finance. That means the company is not getting profit from the economy. If they invest their money in that particular company, then again they will face losses. That is why we can say market value will be maintained, market value will be enjoyed by the company if the company is going to use the retained earning in performing the different financial activities of the company. So students, these are the four merits of retained earning, in which the first one is cheaper source of finance, because no advertisement cost, no flotation cost, no cost of financing will take place. That is why it is considered as a cheaper source of finance. Financial stability, it removes the financial shocks and financial surprises. That is why it provides the financial stability to the company. Stable dividend, sometimes the company will also provide the stable dividend to the retained earning holder. That is why it is also important. Market value, it improves the market value of the company because it does not show the negative impact over the company. That is why it is very important source of financing for the investors as well as for the companies those are going to issue their securities in the capital market. So students, these are the merits, and there are some demerits also present for the retained earning, in which the first one is improper use of fund. That means it is a fund, retained earning, it is a type of fund which is easily available in the organization, so that the company can, the management can do the lot of wastage of fund because it is readily available and it does not raise any type of cost of flotation cost. That is why it is easily available. That's why the company, sometimes the company can do the wastage of fund. Overcapitalization means if the company is not distributing the fund among the retained earning holders, then again more and more fund will arise in the organization which result in overcapitalization, and in which the shareholders remain dissatisfied and the company will also not able to satisfy them by providing good rate of dividend. The another one is lower rate of dividend. It is also considered as an assumption because the company and the retained earning holders are also considered as the owner of the firm, and they get a good rate of dividend from the company. But sometimes when the company face losses, so in that condition they also try to satisfy the people, those who have invested their money, and those are considered as the retained earning holders. So in that condition the company also gives some lower rate of dividend to remain them satisfied and happy with the company. So students, these are the some demerits, and again I am telling you the definition of business finance and why it is considered as a lifeblood for the business. Business finance is an important term which is helpful to create the availability of money in the organization. It helps the businessman to fulfill the working capital as well as fixed capital requirement of the company, and it is considered as a lifeblood for the business because it helps the management to purchase fixed assets for the company. It helps the management to fulfill the working capital requirement, in which they can give the payment of raw material, in which they can give the give the wages to the workers. So ultimately we can say the business finance is considered as a lifeblood for the business. So students, it's all about the retained earning. If you have any problem, you can ask me on my personal number. You just watch the video again and again to get it properly, and I will send you the notes related to it. So students, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.